Hi everybody, how you doing? Good evening to you. This is Bob Bennett Weekly Live. I am the aforementioned Bob Bennett, as it says everywhere, the screen, all that stuff. It is Saturday, August 10th at 5:01 p.m. here in the People's Republic of California. Happy that you've joined me for this edition number 216, or with my wonderful and continuing association with the Upper Room Presents episode 91. So now that we have all the math straight, I'm very glad that you're here. We got some folks already checking in and saying hello. It's my practice when I sign on to say hi to a few folks before we launch into some music. As you can see from the handy, what they call a chyron, which means the printing at the lower third of the screen, I've designated this an all request night. So I'm going to rely upon your goodwill and creativity to help me put together a set list tonight, and I'll do my level best to get to as many songs as I can. If for some reason you are brand new to the proceedings or have never requested anything, then please go ahead and use the hashtag first request, and I will take note of that as we go along. First through the digital doorway tonight is our friend Tom Clock. How you doing, Tom? Good to see you, buddy. See you as in see your name crop up on the comments. Catherine Sherman is also saying hello from her home in Seattle. And my good longtime friend, Jay Wrinkle, has come to be with us. Ontario, Canada brings us greetings from Bob Denias. And my good friend David Geckler over in Bellflower, or perhaps on the road somewhere, bringing his greetings as in Rick Negrady from Hampton, Virginia. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on just a second. Tom says, hello, or should I say hola? We have a full-fledged mariachi band playing next door. I was in Texas about 3 or 4 years ago in the greater Dallas area, the Metroplex area. And I was doing a house concert without any amplification at all, just sitting in a kind of a den area of a home that opened up onto the backyard, and they had the patio doors and everything kind of open. And as soon as I sat down to start it to play, there was a quinceañera or something happened, and there was an entire mariachi band playing next door, and God love them, it was great. But here I am trying to make my songs match the mariachi band because they were, there were more of them than there were of me. So it was very, very funny at the time. And so I've been through this before, Thomas. Thank you so much. Let's see. Schmidt! How you doing, my buddy Mark Schmidt from Baja, California? Good to see you, buddy. Wesley James Claude Platt, hello, also from Virginia. And let me jot that down. Wesley, that's his request, and I'll get to that in a minute. No, wait a minute, video has ended. I'm not quite sure what that means, Thomas, on Facebook. Video has ended. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, let me know if it all shakes down. Sometimes it's very hard from where I'm sitting to ascertain what might be happening internet-wise and connection-wise and all that. I do my best, and if there's some kind of problem on my end, I try to take care of it. But let's see, a name I do not recognize. You may have been around before. D. Sohn, S-O-H-N, tuning in on YouTube tonight. Welcome to you. Hey, Dustin Parker. Man, I wish I could be two places at once, buddy. I want to come and sing for you. Alas, Dustin asked me to come over a couple Sundays where they're inviting folks in from the neighborhood and kind of making a special emphasis to remind the community that Concordia Lutheran Church is in the neighborhood. And he asked me to play on those Sundays. I can't do it. I'm going to be recording in Canada. Zayden Weinert from Hilton Head. I've never been to Hilton Head. I want to go. I hear it's just wonderful there. Chicago Stephen. Hi, Stephen Young. How you doing? Let's see. John Lindsay, Apple Valley. How you do? All right, time for me to say a quick hello to Rena. Rena! Hi, Rena. Thanks for being here, honey. Special Rena greeting. It's a thing. We've been doing this for 4 years. We have all kinds of inside family lingo and nonsense that we do. So if you're scratching your head going, what in the world is this man doing? You'll catch on to everything soon enough. There's nothing profound going on here in that respect. We're just having some fun with each other. Let's see. Hi, Kathleen Irvin. Very good to see your name crop up. I know that name. Dave Geckler says he's got a mariachi group starting up any minute now as well. Let me see. Hang on just one second. Let me see. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, let me see if I can do this now. I'm calling a juke bob on myself. In fact, I should go ahead and hang on one second. Let me change this. Let me get rid of that and do that. Hang on. There we go. All right, so since we're talking about mariachi stuff, the only song I have that has any Spanish language stuff in it at all is a Karen Lafferty's song, El Salvador. He came to the dusty town. The people all gathered round. They saw something in his eyes they had not seen before. They listened as he began to speak like no other man, and they knew that he was the one when they heard him say, Yo soy el camino, yo soy la verdad, yo soy la vida. El Salvador nadie viene al Padre sino por mí. Venga y del agua de vida tomar. He came for the common man with words we could understand, and they found himself drawn to him by the love in his eyes. Yet some mocked and turned away, while others said, not today, but later we'll hear the words this man has to say. Yo soy el... See, Yo soy el camino. I'm trying to read this off very small print in Safari. Yo soy el camino. Yo soy la verdad. Yo soy la vida. El Salvador y nadie viene al Padre sino por mí. Venga y del agua de vida tomar. Yo soy el camino y yo soy la verdad. Yo soy la vida. El Salvador nadie viene al Padre sino por mí. Venga y del agua de vida tomar. Okay, that I called my own request and did a kind of a B- version of a really great song. Because we were mentioning mariachis, I said, well, okay. Let's give that a try here. Hold on one second. Let me get the right graphic up. Oh man, I need to fire my staff. What's going on here? There we go. There we go. Gosh, man, the latency today. Anyway, so. Let me say, yep. Hey, Roy Salmon, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Roy is asking how Mac was. Okay, here you'll see that I'm wearing, let me hold it up to the camera. I'm wearing my wristband from the Troubadour last night. I went to the famous Doug Weston's Troubadour up in West Hollywood. And Mac McAnally was playing last night. If you don't know that name, you should. And I will highly recommend him to you. He's just a masterful songwriter, musician, producer, singer, all around, does everything well kind of guy. He was last night playing with Eric Darkin, who is a drummer and percussionist, and also played with Mac in Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band. And so it was Mac was the headliner and did the show, and Eric was backing him up and was just incredible. So anyway, it was really good. Now, a lot of it, there were a lot of parrot heads in the audience, and Mac did a lot of Jimmy Buffett songs and had some great stories from his years with the 30 years playing with the Coral Reefer Band since 1994. And when it was, and don't misunderstand me when I say this, because people sometimes get a little cranky at me when I bust this language out, but everybody, when Mac McAnally played a Jimmy Buffett song, it was like church, because the entire room knew every word, every syllable, and they sang along with gusto. I've been in churches on a Sunday morning that weren't even close to the engagement that was going on in that room. It was really impressive to see and to hear. And Mac, of course, played some of his own masterful songs, and I'm going to play one of those in a little bit, just because I've had him on my mind a lot since we went to see the gig, and so he was just everything you'd want him to be, and doing a gig with guitar and percussion, he had so much, and he also had a keyboard, played keyboard occasionally, and did a couple tunes I think with electric as well. He did a cover of I Heard It Through the Grapevine that was just totally unexpected and totally great. I mean, he just pulled it off. But he covers so much on the guitar that you actually, and don't get mad at me, bass players, but you didn't really miss the bass player that much because he had it so covered with everything he was doing. So with a two-man, it sounded much more than a two-man gig. So it was pretty cool. So hey, hello to the McPhees, Heidi and Alan. Let's see. Karen Jill Hensley says that Facebook is kind of being odd right now. Oh my goodness, Katie Duck. 4 tornadoes and 90 miles per hour microburst winds on Tuesday. Just unplugged the family from the generator and they've got power restored. Oh my goodness. Hearing from friends across the area as they celebrate the power being back on. Oh my goodness. Honey, that sounds severe. I haven't been watching the news, so I missed all of that. Hi, Tom Helmick, Calvary Chapel High Desert. Please give my greetings to Pastor Paul and my love to everybody out there. I love that church. Hey, Michael Murphy, another Mac fan. The audience was, in addition to the audience being completely full of parrot heads, there was scattered among them, there were pre-Buffett Macophiles in the audience, and we were those guys too. Hey, Brock and Roxana, so great to see you checking in. Hi, Sandy Lindell. All right, my only request so far on this hopefully all request night is the Garden Song from Wesley. cool. Hold on one second. Oh, this is very cool. Sorry, I had to check my phone because I just had a text about a gig that I might be doing in December. I went last night with my buddy Alfred Johnson, and to give a quick thumbnail sketch of Alfred, he's one of the most brilliant and creative guys I know, and we have such a great, visiting with him and hanging with him and going was half the fun, if not more. And where you would know Alfred from if you read your liner notes really, really carefully is, I think it was on Pirates, which was Ricky Lee Jones' second album. Alfred co-wrote a couple tunes with Ricky and knows Ricky Lee Jones. But Alfred is a masterful songwriter, and we're pals with another wonderful singer-songwriter named Jody Siegel. And Jody just texted me and said, we'll put you and Alfred on the calendar. So that's kind of cool. All right, all this personal business here. Sorry, everybody. Okay, Wesley wants to hear the garden song. I know it pretty well, which, as you know, that means I put the lyrics in front of me, because the more overconfident I am, the worse it might go. Okay, writing down that request. I hear footsteps in the garden, and I know the Lord is near, and He calls me by my name, saying, "Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Why do you hide? I miss you, my child." And I answered more loudly than I might have done. I feel naked and ashamed. I've sinned against you, Father, and I've no one but myself to blame. And He said, "You are not naked. You are clothed in the grace of my Son. Come and let me lead you to where your journey will be done." Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Why do you hide from me, my child? Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Why do you hide from me when I love you? right, the Garden Song by request. First time, not his first time request, but a first request tonight. Thank you, Lisa Gibson. Hi, Frank Cappy on YouTube, saying hi from Chicagoland. Hey, Margaret Green. Yep. My one little, and you've heard me tell this story before, so please pardon me for kind of, tooting my own little horn here for a second. But my one really cool connection with the Troubadour is when I was a young guy, I must have played some kind of an open mic night or songwriter night or something like that there. And I literally was like 14, 15 years old, 15, I think, maybe 16. And the legendary owner of the Troubadour, Doug Weston, it says right on the sign still, he's been gone many years now, Doug Weston's Troubadour. He had hopes that he was going to expand the Troubadour up into the Bay Area, start a publishing company, start a record label. I think he was kind of on the way to wanting to be like a David Geffen kind of guy, right? And he had a lot of influence. I mean, James Taylor, Carole King, Elton John, all these people. It may not have been their first gigs, but they had seminal concerts at the Troubadour that were like career making, or at least like elevating people. The Eagles were constantly there at the Troubadour. I think the song "The Sad Cafe" is about the Troubadour. And anyway, Doug Weston was going to try to expand his empire beyond Santa Monica Boulevard. And I got signed to a 1-year publishing contract when I was 16 years old. And I wasn't old enough to sign a contract, so my dad and I had to go to appear before a judge and get the contract approved because I was a minor. And so nothing ever happened with it. It was one of those things where we sign you for a year, and if we don't use any of your songs, then the contract expires and you're off the hook and we're all done. And that's exactly what happened. And I never saw the guy again. So I don't think his plans really worked out, not because I wasn't a part of it, but I don't think his plans ever came to fruition in terms of that expansion. But when I was a kid, it was pretty cool because for you SoCal people, the Troubadour, the Ice House, Prison of Socrates, the Golden Bear, the Mecca, Coconut Grove, then larger things like the Hollywood Bowl. I think it was the Ambassador Auditorium, I think, too. I got taken to a lot of concerts when I was a kid. Alrighty. Let's see. D. Sohn wants to hear you welcome here. And let me put that. Jotting things down analog here. Lord, hear you knocking. You've been knocking at the door. How long have you been waiting? Seems I never really heard you before. I've kinda let the place go. I'm ashamed at what you'll find, but you can make yourself at home if you're sure that you don't mind. 'Cause when I cry, the roof leaks. And when the wind blows, the walls are weak, but a house is known by the company it keeps. And I feel better now that you're near, and I want to make it clear, Jesus, from now on, you're always welcome here. There are dark rooms deep inside me where your light has never shone. and I tried to hide inside them, but I guess you've always known that one day you would call me and I'd awaken from my sleep, and you'd take me just the way I am, and you'd promise me you'd keep me. 'Cause when I cry, the roof leaks, and when the wind blows, the walls are weak, but a house is known by the company it keeps. And I feel better now that you're near, and I want to make it clear, Jesus, from now on, you're always welcome here. Jesus, from now on, you're always welcome here. All right, that you're welcome here. Also from the first album. Hey, Kirby. Kirby's here saying hi. Hi, buddy. Up, up, up. Go up, up, up. Come on, baby doggy. You can go up on the couch. Go up and say hi to everybody. Come on, boy. Okay. All right. I can't tend to my dog and live stream at the same time. Sorry. Hey, hi to Mick. How you doing, my friend Mike Aguilar? How you doing, buddy? Please give my love to Karen as always. And let's see. Alrighty, we did get a request. And why did I miss who requested it? I gotta scroll back for a minute. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I think it was Jay and someone else mentioned it. Oh yeah, Bob. Bob in Canada. Wants to hear Man of the Tombs. Alrighty. Or as, and I hope that he thinks this is funny, Man of the Tombs is my song about the Gadarene demoniac, or as I like to refer to it these days, a 5-minute infomercial for the Stonecutter. Man of the tombs, he lives in a place where no one goes, and he tears at himself and lives with a pain that no one knows. He counts himself dead among the living. He knows no mercy and no forgiving. Deep in the night, he's driven to cry out loud. Can you hear him cry out loud? Man of the tombs, possessed by an unseen enemy, he breaks every chain and mistakes his freedom for being free. Shame and shamelessness equally there, like a random toss of a coin in the air. Man of the tombs, he's driven to cry out loud. Underneath this thing that I've become, the fading memory of flesh and blood, I I curse the womb, I bless the grave. I've lost my heart, I cannot be saved. Like those who fear me, I'm afraid. Like those I've hurt, I can feel pain. Naked now before my sin, and these stones that cut against my skin. Some try to touch me, but no one can. For man of the tombs I am. Down at the shoreline, two sets of footprints meet. One voice is screaming, other voice begins to speak. In only a moment and only a word, the evil departs like a thundering herd. Man of the tombs, he hears this cry out loud. Underneath this thing that you become, I see a man of flesh and blood. I give you life beyond the grave. I heal your heart, I come to save. No need to fear, be not afraid. This man of sorrows knows your pain. I come to take away your sin and bear its marks upon my skin. When no one can touch you, still I can. For a son of God I am. Dressed now and seated, clean in spirit and healthy of mind, man of the tombs, he begs to follow but must stay behind. He'll return to his family with stories to tell of mercy and madness, heaven and hell. Man of the tombs, soon he will cry out loud. Underneath this thing that I once was, now I'm a man of flesh and blood. I have a life beyond the grave. I found my heart, I can now be saved. No need to fear, I am not afraid. This man of sorrows took my pain. He comes to take away our sin and bear its marks upon his skin. I'm telling you this story because man of the tombs I was. Man of the tombs I was. All right, by at least a couple requests, that's Man of the Tombs. And I want to also, as I always like to do, let me find it here. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, my glass. Hang on just a second. I'm going to put on my... 1 second. There we go. All right. As always, I am not a paid spokesperson, but in case you may not know, and in case I have not mentioned it lately, I'm proud to say that this song Man of the Tombs provided a little bit of inspiration for Brockmeyer to complete a project that he already had well in hand before my little song came to his attention. But Man of the Tombs kind of, I think, cheered him on a little bit to the finish line. And he actually incorporated a couple of the thoughts into the text and then dedicated the book to me, which is, that's a one-time thing. That's pretty much not going to happen anywhere else, I don't think. So if you are up for a wonderful historical novel that culminates in the story and deliverance of the man that we know as the Man of the Tombs, you can do no better than Brockmeyer's Stonecutter. And you can see the information on brockmeyerauthor.com, also at the usual places, as in Amazon, Barnes & Noble, etc. So want to make sure that you know about that. Alrighty. Well, I can't help it. I've still got Mac on my mind. It was such a good night. Have you ever gone to one of those concerts where you like thought about it and were enjoying it like for days afterwards? That's what this one was for me. I'm going to be thinking about this for several days, how much fun it was. So anyway, of the many masterful songs that Mac has written, and there's a bunch of them, I'm going to try my hand at not massacring one of my favorites. As I've often said, when it comes to doing a cover version or jamming with people, the rule is the Hippocratic oath. As with medicine, so with music. First, do no harm. So I'm gonna try very hard to do this. Give this song the version it deserves. So, let me make sure I've got the lyric up here where I can read it. This is from an album called Nothing But the Truth. On the farm as a child, I was warned of the wiles of the city, of that demon disguised as the dirt in the skies of the city. Well, they say the proximity warps their minds till they're shooting one another just to pass the time. And we live, it appears, both in spite and in fear of the city. I was constantly told how our lives were controlled by the city, how they keep us in debt with the trends that they said it's a pity, how the beautiful people in the magazines got the normal ones living beyond their means, and the things that they said made me go in my head to the city. When I finally came, there's some things still the same in the city. You're still under the thumb of the rich and the young and the pretty. Well, they weren't much different than we might act if there were that many of us that closely packed. It's an ancient idea, but it struck me so clear in the city. Mac McAnally, spelled M-C-A-N-A-L-L-Y. Go look for his music. You can come back next week and thank me and say thanks for mentioning his name. Thanks for turning me on to his music. Glad to do it. Absolutely glad to do it. And one of my heroes. There's not that many guys that I don't mean this to sound, because there's quite a few guys that I love and cherish. But I mean, there's guys that I turn into total fanboy. Jackson Brown, Bruce Coburn, James Taylor, Mac McAnally, Stephen Bishop, Jimmy Webb, Joni Mitchell, Jennifer Warnes. If I could ever meet her, I'd probably bust out crying too. These are people who not only mentored me as a writer, but I was telling Alfred last night, I'm still that 10-year-old kid camped out next to the stereo listening to records. I'm 69 years old, and I still love records. I still love well-written songs. I'm a total fan before I'm ever the guy who picks up my guitar and tries to do that likewise. I'm a fan. And so that's what it was like last night. Hey, Pastor Ben, thank you so much. Checking in from Texas again. We love the great state of Texas and the people who are checking in from there. Let's see. Let me write that down, Noni. How you doing, sweetheart? Please give our best to Ed, and thank you, Noni Cashman, a longtime friend of this live stream. Jerry Blass saying hi and love the concert at Vale Church. Was it not a hoot? We hope to do some more of those. It was just so effortless and so fun to be with those guys. And we're still texting back and forth, the three of us, sending funny stuff and goofing off with each other and kind of being, pals until we can get in the same room again. And Dustin mentioned the Roxy, and there was also the Whiskey A Go-Go. I didn't go to the rock places too much. I kind of went more to the singer-songwriter type places, and I was going to them when I was like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. So some of those places actually didn't even come into prominence until I was more like late junior high, early high school, something like that. Hey, Jim McNicholas, how you doing? Thank you so much. If I missed saying hello to you it's only an oversight. It's not a Tude thing at all. Please know that. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Negrady asked for Into the Least of These. Would love to play that for you. I actually did not come up with the idea for this song. This was this was the brainchild of my friend Philip Sandifer. Let's see what I'm at. Nope, that's not it. It is up there. Cold and windy on these streets tonight. Lines are forming now. Meals to be eaten, beds to find. Hearts are warming now. Love is given and love is received. A candle in the darkness, because someone has believed what Jesus said. Unto the least of these, what you do for them, you also do for me. You must give up what you have to become what you must be. You must give your love unto the least of these. warm inside the safe suburban home, but souls are dying now. The sound of words unspoken drowning out the sounds of crying now. Love withheld is a love that disappears. They do not care because they cannot hear what Jesus said. Unto the least of these, what you do for them, you also do for me. You must give of what you have to become what you must be. You must give your love unto the least of these. Hungry mouths to feed, thirsty souls in need, the naked clothed again, the sick in their distress, the prisoners of loneliness, the strangers welcomed in. Jesus said, unto the least of these, what you do for them, you also do for me. You must give of who you are to become what you must be. You must give your love unto the least of these. You must give your love unto the least of these. All right, by request from Mr. Negrady, unto the least of these. Hey, Lori Lewis. Okay, sorry. Private joke. By the way, Lori, I played that. I played Trololo for Wayne Watson and Bruce Carroll. Both of them had never heard it before. I'm a big hero now, for having introduced them to that thing. I should probably try to capture a little bit of the video and play it on air. It's a YouTube phenomenon. But you have to hear the original clip. All right, let me play by a Noni request, a song that's due to be on Everlasting Day. No loaves and fishes to multiply, no seeds to sow on fertile ground. Fire by night, clouds in the sky, but still I am wandering around in the middle of this certain crowd. Yet somehow all alone in the desert places of my heart, so far away from home. Maybe there's no going back again to a safer time at an old address. Oh God, can you hear my still small voice, my worship from the wilderness. I hope somehow you will understand. Man of sorrows, acquainted with grief, Lord have mercy, I believe. But oh, can you help my unbelief? Can you hear what I cannot say? From this heart that I cannot know, prayers that I cannot pray, places I cannot or will not go. Maybe there's no going back again to a simpler time at an old address. Oh Lord, can you hear my still small voice, my worship from the wilderness? For all this time I wish I had gained wisdom and lessons learned. I curse and bless the trouble and pain that leads to this ignoble return. From these troubles deliver me, I ask in kind as your son, knowing the end of a faithful prayer is your kingdom come, your will be done. Will I wander endlessly, playing hide and seek in the fallen garden of my life, afraid to hear you speak? Maybe there's no going back again to a surer time at an old address. Oh Father, can you hear my still small voice, my worship from the wilderness, my worship from this wilderness, my worship from the wilderness. All right, worship from the wilderness, a request. I think I missed a hello to John and Phyllis in Montana. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss saying hi to some folks. If I did, again, I apologize. Things get by me a little bit. I'm way behind in my comments here. I got to scroll down and get caught up a little bit. Oh, thank you, David Geckler. Let's see. Oh, together. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Okay. Pardon me, just 1 second. Hold on 1 second here. I'm going to adjust this little cushion here. Much better. Sorry. I'm getting a new chair. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, I believe this is a first-time request, so Frank's going to move to the head of the line here. Alfred and I were actually talking about this phenomenon last night. I forget which song he cited. I forget which one we were talking about. But and then I also mentioned that I had written something with kind of the same theme that we're talking. We were talking about isolation in the middle of crowds, and how technology, the thing that is supposed to have connected us all and made us more able to, to be with one another, has actually wound up being a kind of a bait and switch for actual interaction with people. So we're in close proximity to people, but we're not any closer. And in fact, we may be farther away from them than ever. And I say that in a general sense. I'm no big genius at all this stuff, but this is a song that I wrote, I think in 1981, recorded it in 1982. Brian's on the football team, but he's only second string. He's got a locker full of books, but he doesn't know a thing. He never says what's on his mind, like his daddy to the bone. And he's living with the rest of us, together all alone, together all alone. His girlfriend moved away last year to another school in town. She's got a brand new boyfriend, but she sometimes comes around. She bounces his heart like a basketball, and when his folks are not at home, she slaps his hand as they lay on the couch, together all alone, together all alone, and far away. A shepherd tends his sheep. Days full of grazing, and nights full of sleep. Brian is in school all day. The old man drives a truck. He says it's a hell of a way to live, but it's a way to make a buck. He rolls home after the house is dark, his heart as cold as a stone, and he lies back to back with his wife in the sack, together all alone, together all alone, and far away. A shepherd tends his sheep. All right, by request, Together All Alone. I know what led to the discussion. We were talking about Mac McAnally lyrics, and I cited a song on No Problem here called Catherine. And when the first time I ever listened to this record, I was like a young guy. Might have been 19, 20, something like that. And I knew I was dealing with a songwriter of skill when this line went by, she's more lonely than alone. Think about that sentence. She's more lonely than alone. That's like an entire movie in one sentence. It's an entire song in one sentence. Of course, he built other lines around it. So we were talking about the phenomenon of isolation in the midst of others. And that's what led us to me quoting myself, which I try not to do that much, but... All right, let me scroll down just a tick and make sure I've got I'm switching to a second page here. And, if perhaps Skip is in the audience, don't let me forget to do Singing for My Life at the end. He's requested this a couple of weeks in a row, and I forgot to do it for him. I've never seen Garth Brooks in concert. Would love to do it, though. But my 1 degree of separation between me and Garth Brooks is through Pierce Pettis. And now the name went right out of my head, but Garth recorded one of Pierce's songs. And I'm so embarrassed because I know this song very well, and it's gone out of my head. Maybe Michael Murphy knows. Well, what is the Pierce Pettis song that Garth recorded? All right, Rena asked for a Heart of Hearts, which I'm only too happy to do. Okay, hang on just a second. Let me write that down. Jim, I'm going to have to hunt that up, but I can do it. All right. This is the Mark Hurd song for Rena called A Heart of Hearts. Tears in the city, nobody's really surprised. You know, my heart's taking a beating, existence is bleeding me dry. You know, but way down in my heart of hearts, way down in my soul of souls, way down, I know that I am a fortunate man to have known divine love. The world is in shambles, I'm just a young man, but it's getting a little bit old to me. I'm already aching, the tears have been taking a little bit of a toll on me. But way down in my heart of hearts, way down in my soul of souls, way down, I know that I am a fortunate man to have known divine love, to have known divine love. Siren is warning that everything is not quite alright. The city is sleeping, I'm down on my knees in the night tonight. But way down in my heart of hearts, way down in my soul of souls, way down, I know that I am a fortunate man to have known divine love. Way down in my heart of hearts, way down have known, to have known, to have known divine love, to have known it. All right, classic Mark Hurd song, Heart of Hearts, originally recorded on Victims of the Age. Let's see. Let me see if I put that up here somewhere. Come on. Where is it now? How can it not be in here amongst my stuff? Why is that the case? Hold on 1 minute. There we go. All right. Jim McNicholas asked for UFO, which is coincidentally, you may already know. This is a thing that I did on the record Jesus Music Again, which I recorded with Bill Batstone and Alex McDougall. And let's see. So, he's an unidentified flying object. You will see him in the air. He's an unidentified flying object. You will drop your hands and stare. You will be afraid to tell your neighbors. They might think that it's untrue. But when they open up the morning paper, they will know they've seen him too. He will come back like he promised, with the price already paid. He will gather up his followers and take them all away. Take them all away. He's an unidentified flying object. He will sweep down from the sky. He's an unidentified flying object. Some will sleep but will not die. He's an unidentified flying object, coming back to take you home. He's an unidentified flying object. He will roll away your stone. And if there's life on other planets, then I'm sure that he must know. And he's been there once already, and he's died to save their souls. Died to save their souls. He's an unidentified flying object. He will roll away your stone. No one knows the day or hour, but like the seasons and the sky, we will sense a change is coming if we keep a weather eye in these troubled days of history, as the world longs for new birth, may God find us busy doing His kingdom work on earth. And if the grave might take us before this final end, may the Master recognize us as His followers and friends. Till that great day is upon us, may we join our hearts and hands and keep faith with one another to obey His good commands. For if His coming is upon us for a million endless days, He will finish what He started when He carries us away. Carry us away. He will carry us away. He will carry us away. Away. He's an unidentified flying object. All right, two things. I'd played that for a while, but also I normally play that in open tuning DADGAD, and I started playing it in drop D, so I had to make up a version as I was going because I was not going to stop the song. And then that second part is a little coda that I wrote that went on the record, Jesus Music Again, a little coda for UFO. I thought, okay, 50 years ago we were waiting for the imminent return of Christ. That's what our theology suggested was going to happen. That's what we're being told from the pulpit. So you got a half a century down the line, Jesus hasn't come back. What do you do with that? A lot of people lost their faith because they put their faith in the accuracy of the eschatology as opposed to the Lord Jesus. And I'm not trying to be hypercritical here. I'm not trying to be that guy. But you know what I mean. We got our eyes on one thing and sort of took our eyes off the ball on something way more important. So He will carry us away. Still looks for that blessed hope. It says if it's still a million years away from now, we still want to be looking up and still want to be faithful. And the most important thing is when the actual return of Christ occurs, that whoever remains in this life, that we will be found doing the things that Jesus has asked us to do. We will be found faithful, and we will be found as His hands and His feet and His voice and His love in the world, as His ambassadors, as little Christs or Christians. It sounds a whole lot better, doesn't it, than little Christs, but that's what it means. So anyway, UFO, and He will carry us away. Tom's telling me the big group is mariachiing now. Boy, we're having so much fun. I've talked and played my way right through, huh? Hey, Doug Damaris, how you doing? Glad to see your name. Very cool. Hi, Laura, listening in Florida on YouTube. Perfectly reheated piece of pizza and a tangerine. The snack inventory. Thank you. Glad you liked Man of the Tunes, and thank you for checking in and giving us your snack inventory. Yeah, I kind of went. Last night I had a close encounter with a big hamburger and a bunch of onion rings at like 11:30 at night. So I'm trying to get over the guilt of just how much fun that was. To eat all the stuff I just thought, oh, I'm going to eat like I'm 20 years old tonight. And I'm back on it, but let's see. There was a song someone just requested, and I thought this would be perfect for me to play as we get ready to have our prayer time. And it got right past me. Come on, hang on one second. Let me. There it is. Karen Jo Hensley wants to hear Psalm 149. I will do that. If you're kind of new to these parts, let me tell you kind of what we hope comes next. We take a little bit of time at the end of each live stream to have a little time of prayer together. And it's not a big formal thing, but we like doing it and we like hanging out with one another. And so that's what we'll do. And before I do that, I sing a song. And I encourage people, if you have something on your heart or mind that is of concern to you and you'd like us to take note of it in our prayers, we won't enumerate them, but people will take notice. Then please feel free to do that. I realize it's social media. It could be a little awkward, but if there's something you'd feel comfortable sharing with us, please do. And we would love to remember you in our prayers this night. Kathy, I played Man of the Tombs earlier. If you came on a little bit late, I'm just now seeing Kathy Fairhurst. Hello, that's a new name I don't think I recognize. Thank you for coming and being with our hearty band of people. Hi, Stephen Andrew Card. I recognize that name from before. Karen Gabriel, how you doing? Very good. Hi, Jim Purcell. More Carolina folks. I want to go back to the Carolinas. I miss it. I miss the people. I miss the food. I miss the whole deal. I miss the South. I want to go visit. Come on, let me come back. Somebody invite me back there, okay? Hey, Nancy Burleson. How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, I hope to come to Appleton, too. It's been a while since I've been in Wisconsin. No, I was in last year, but I just crossed over the border, I think, and was in, I'm forgetting the name of the town now, for goodness sakes. I'm scrolling and reading comments if you're wondering what in the world is the delay here. I'm just looking at some comments here. All right, so time for prayer requests if you're so inclined. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their King. Let them praise his name. Let them praise his name. Let them praise his name. Praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises let them sing praises. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and the harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their King. Let them praise his name. Let them praise his name. Let them praise his name. Praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises. Let them sing praises. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and the harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. All right, Psalm 149 by request. One more request here before we get to our prayer time. I realize I don't want to miss this. My good buddy Skip Cope in Florida has asked me a couple weeks in a row for this, and I neglected to do it, and I'm not neglecting no more. Hi, Jan Andreessen. How you doing? On Facebook? Hey, there you are, Skip. How you doing, buddy? I don't think I'm supposed to tell you just how much this means to me, and how I can't uncross the lines between this thing I do and the man I'm supposed to be. There's a question in the back of my mind. Who knows what is really true? I sing these songs and you listen to me, but who's doing the favor for who? And I am singing for my life. I am singing for my life now. It seems almost all of my life I've held on to this piece of wood, and sometimes I am tempted to think it's the only time that I can do any good. Sometimes when I stand up to play, I am a lonely and desperate man. These songs are the only prayers I can pray, and I sing them just as hard as I can. And I am singing for my life. I am singing for my life now. And in the middle of the congregation, voices are raised and hearts are pure. I carry a deep, dark secret. Even now I am so unsure. And then I pray, oh Lord, come and tear me apart. May the words in my mouth fall to my heart and remind me why I live and breathe. Is it not to know you? Is it not to believe? Then I am singing for my life. I am singing, singing, singing for my life now. Oh, I am singing for my life. I am singing, singing for my life now. Oh, I am singing for my life now. Oh, I am singing for my life now. All right, singing for my life. Cushion adjustment. Sorry. It's by request. It's Skip Cope who came in at the last minute here. Jimmy Oregano, hey, how you doing? My second favorite online handle. Him and Captain Cephalopodular, who has not greeted us fellow mortals tonight, but may do so on the replay. Hang on one momento. Get that up. All right. We're going to have a little time of prayer together. Hope that you can join us for that. We have, ever since October 7th and all of the trouble that has ensued, we each week preface our prayer time with a reading of Psalm 122 as we pray for the peace of Jerusalem and the region. A song of ascents of David. I rejoiced when they said to me, let us go to the house of Adonai. Our feet are standing in your gates, Jerusalem, Jerusalem built as a city, joined together. There the tribes go up, the tribes of Adonai, as a testimony to Israel, to praise the name of Adonai. For their thrones for judgment are set up, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be at peace. May there be shalom within your walls, quietness within your palaces. For the sake of my brothers and sisters, I now say, shalom be within you. For the sake of the house of Adonai our God, I will seek our good. Your good. I will seek your good. Pardon that misreading. Father, we thank you for this time to gather together. We pray, Lord, for the sorry and agitated state of our world, whether it is just down the street or across the world. Things seem in such turmoil right now. And maybe we're just seeing it more, but it seems like it's been on the increase. It seems like there's more misery per square inch now than there's ever been. And we ask you would help us to be faithful, to stand firm in our faith, to be as generous with others that we know how to be while we're standing our ground, and to be as Christ-like as we can possibly be in every situation. And Lord, if we can't affect the whole world, Lord, help us to affect the world around us, the world within arm's reach, the world within the sound of our voice, or the look on our face, or just letting somebody in on the highway ahead of us without getting all upset. All of those small touches that we can make to try to be Christ-like in our daily lives. We ask you to give us the wherewithal and the intuition and the blessing to be able to do that. We pray each week for those who are facing illnesses, whether they are facing a time of possible death and departure, or whether there's just serious illness. We lift up those who are facing these circumstances themselves, and also the family and friends and loved ones who are anxious along with them. Lord, answer their prayers, be with them, bring healing, and We thank you that you are indeed the great physician. And in so naming and remembering you, we also pray for all of those each week as we do those in the medical field. Doctors, nurses, admin, technicians, everybody who works in the healing arts, no matter where it may be, in a hospital, urgent care, doctor's office, nursing home, palliative care, in-home, wherever it may be. We ask that you would bless them, give them intuition, give them wisdom, give them skill, give them compassion. And thank you for the sacrifices that they make. We also pray each week for those who are putting themselves in harm's way every day. Those who are policemen, policewomen, firefighters, EMTs, and also all the branches of our military. Lord, thank you for these. Bless them in their work. Keep them safe. O most loving Father, who willest us to give thanks for all things, to dread nothing but the loss of Thee, and to cast all our care on Thee who carest for us. Preserve us from faithless fears and worldly anxieties, and grant that no clouds of this mortal life may hide from us the light of that love which is immortal and which Thou hast manifested unto us in Thy Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. O Lord, support us all the day long. Until the shadows lengthen and the evening comes, the busy world is hushed and the fever of life is over and our work is done. And then in Thy mercy, grant us a safe lodging and a holy rest and peace at the last. Amen. And now we pray together as we've been taught, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be Thy name. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Thank you for joining me. Before we launch into our last song, God willing, I will be rejoining you next Saturday, August 17th, at same time, same station, as we used to say, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern in North America. So hope to be back with you then for edition number 217. Would like to thank Ron and Kathy Strand, the co-founders of The Upper Room Presents. I want to thank Kevin and Barb Ryan. See that R on the headstock of my guitar? Kevin Ryan builds fabulous steel string instruments of many varieties, has been doing it for decades now, is one of anybody who knows anything about guitar building and steel string guitars. Kevin is on the very, very short list of world-class craftsmen. And so go visit him, find out what all of that is about at ryanguitars.com. Put an S on the end, ryanguitars.com, and you can find your way there. I do also would like to thank my loving bride, Elena, and my mother-in-law, Gracie, remembering, as always, my brother, Tim, and wife, Marla. And I also send greetings to Evie and my brother, Mike, who taught me how to play guitar. And especially grateful, again, for him taking all the time and trouble to teach me guitar, let me listen to his records, take me to concerts, all that stuff. I send out greetings to my children, to my bonus children and grandchildren, who prefer to remain in the background. That's why I don't always name them by name, but I'm not forgetting them. They just they want me to kind of cool it on the public mentions, and I certainly respect that with regard to social media. It's can be kind of nutty out there sometimes. So I remember them. Would like to thank all of you who have thrown a little jingle into the digital tip jar. Again, the most you'll ever hear from me on this. I don't have any advertisers. I don't have any sponsors. I don't get paid to do this. Whatever you throw in the tip jar, that's it. And I appreciate it whenever you're able and whenever you can. Literally within the next 2 days, I've been talking about it forever. I've been talking. I know it makes you tired of hearing me say it. But in just a couple days, the GoFundMe campaign will be up for Everlasting Day. And so if you've ever been in the mood to support a recording project for me, there is a mechanism for that coming very soon. And would like you to please be praying and thinking about that for me. So thank you for that. And with that, let's we'll end with the Lorica. I bind unto myself today the gift to call on the Trinity, the saving faith where I can say, come three in one, oh one in three. Be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. I bind unto myself today the love of angels and seraphim, the prayers and prophecies of saints, the words and deeds of righteous men. Be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. God's ear to hear me, God's hand to guide me, God's might to uphold me, God's shield to hide me against all powers deceiving, against my own unbelieving, whether near or far. I bind unto myself today the hope to rise from the dust of earth, the songs of nature giving praise to Father Spirit, living Word. Be above me as high as the noonday sun, be below me the rock I set my feet upon, be beside me the wind on my left and right, be behind me, circle me with your truth and light. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. I bind unto myself today the gift to call on the Trinity. All right, last minute hello and goodbye to Chuck and Anita. Great to hear you. Laura L., Dr. Garth, how you doing, sir? And if I missed saying hello, if I missed your request, I'll try to do some make goods next week. I'll roll through and see if I can look at the comments and take care of that next week. Or you can just come back and remind me, hey, I requested this last week, you didn't play it, guy. What's up with that? And, guilt is a wonderful short-term motivator, and I'm totally susceptible. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much for being with me tonight. Again, on paper, I'm the one who's supposed to be doing something for you, but really it does my heart good that I still have people to sing for, songs to sing. I get to visit with you guys. I get to read your comments back and forth. It's the next best thing to all being at John Howie's house with a bunch of Scottish snacks and visiting with each other. This is the next best thing. So anyway, God bless you guys. I'll see you next week, God willing, Saturday, August 17th at 5 p.m. for the next edition of Bob Bennett Weekly Live. And until then, God bless you. Thank you so much. Praises be to the healer of my life.